Good
Wait, wait,
night,
wait.
teacher.
Yes, go.
Okay. Good night, teacher and classmates. Today I present to you the conflict between Israel and Palestine. So, in first, this is a long political and historical conflict. It is mainly about territory, identity, and the right to have a state. Sorry, do you see me? ¿Me estoy
I
viendo?
cannot see your camera. I can hear you, but I cannot see your camera.
So let me a moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So and this is mainly about territory, identity, and the right to have a state. So this is two different peoples because it's the Israelis and Palestinians claim the same land. Also, religion, history, and politics play an important role in this conflict. So, to understand this conflict, we need to look at story. In the past, this land was part of the Ottoman Empire. After World War I, it was controlled by the United Kingdom. This period is called the British Mandate of Palestine. In this period, the United Nations proposed a plan to divide the land into states, one Jewish and the one Arab. However, not everyone agreed with this plan. So, in the period in this year, Israel became an independent state. This caused a war in the Arabian and Israeli. During this time, many Palestinians were forced to leave their homes. This event is known as a Nakba, which means catastrophe. So, as a result, a large reform problem began and it is still exists today. Now, and sorry. Now, let's look at some important concepts. First, occupation. Israel controls parts of the, well, you can see in the diapositive, controls parts of West Bank. Second, blockade. There are strong restrictions in Gaza, which affect people's daily lives. And third segment. These are Israeli communities born in Palestinian territories. And then finally, Jerusalem, it is a very important city for Jews, Muslims, and Christians, and both sides claim it as their capital. So today, this situation is still very tense. There are periods of violence and also temporary case barriers. Many people face humanitarian problems like poverty and lack of resources. So there are two solutions, and it is in Israel and Palestine exist as a separate countries. We know this. So another is the one state solution. Is this or the two countries is the cooperated to unite the nations. So, my conclusion, peace requires to dialogue and compromise for the mandatories for a good conclusion in this very bad situation in the in their countries. So is so yeah.
Todavía tienes 3 minutos.
Todavía ¿Todavía me queda cuenta, profe?
Yep, 3 minutes.
So, for me, so in my personal conclusion, for me is a very bad situation, principally for the people and the childrens and the persons we go to the job. He can live a good conditions. There are very, it's very difficult for their life in a country negatives for a good ending. Yeah, yeah.
2 minutos. Do you want to go straight to the questions? ¿Quieres ir a las preguntas?
Para mis compañeros o
No, for them to ask you.
no, teacher.
Es que todavía tienes tiempo, entonces por eso te pregunto, ¿quieres dar por terminada tu presentación y darle espacio a tus compañeros para que te hagan las preguntas?
Oh, yes, teacher, yes.
Okay. So who would like to begin with their first question? Okay, John Alexander, go ahead.
Okay. Excuse me, Esteban, what is the main cause of the conflict between Israel and Palestine?
All right. So, uh, for me, the conflict between Israel and Palestine mainly caused by a dispute over land and national identity. Both Israelis and Palestinians claim the same territory and their homeland. Historical, this problem became more intense after the end of British control in the region and the creation of the State of Israel. So, is especially for this. This led to wars and disciplining of many Palestinians. Since then, the conflict has continued due to disagreements. Sorry, and over border security, the status of Jerusalem, and the rights of of refugees, and additionally, political, regional, and historical factors make the situation is more complex and more difficult to resolve.
Thank you so much. I see Jessica.
Oh, yeah, my question is, what is your position regarding the conflict?
Oh, this is a good question. So, in my personal opinion, it's a very difficult, but I say it's natural, it's neutral, and the focus on the peace. I believe that both sides have experienced suffering, and it is important to recognize the historical and the human complexity of the conflict. As a future educator, my goal is not to take sides, but to promote understanding, respect, and a critical thinking about the global problems. Yeah, for me is this.
Thank you, John Edison.
What do you think about the economical consequences of this conflict for those countries in war?
Sure. So, in the part economical is is very consequences because in these conflicts, we are very serious for both sides. War damage, infrastructure, reduce the investment and limits economic growth. For the Palestinians, especially in Gaza, at the West Bank, the economy is very affected by the restriction for the precision. This is the actual war. For Israel, even though it is a stronger economy, the conflict increases military and speeding affects the tourists in your country and can create uncertainty for the inversions in the extra in the countries in the extracts en el extranjero, sorry. No.
Overseas.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, thank you. I see Angie's next.
Okay, what do you think would be necessary for the people of Israel and Palestine to live together in peace and respect each other?
Sorry, can you repeat this point?
What do you think would be necessary for the people of Israel and Palestine to live together in peace and respect each other?
All right. For me, for the Israelis and Palestinians to live together in peace, several things are necessary. First, there must be mutual recognition and respect for each and the other rights and identity. Second, the dialogue. The dialogue and the negotiation are essential to resolve key issues like border security and the status of Jerusalem. And third, it is important to promote education that encourages the tolerance and the understanding, especially among in the young people.
Okay, thank you so much. Luisa?
I have a question for my classmate Esteban. In the Israeli-Palestine conflict more than just a territorial dispute, my question is, how do factors like identity, religion, and history contribute to its continued unresolved state?
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, for in this position is the identity, religion, and history play a very role important in this conflict. For what? For the both Israelis and the people of Palestine, the land is not only political, but also part of their identity and story, as is in the religion adds more complexity because some places like Jerusalem are squared for different groups, which increases emotional and symbolic value. History is also important because the past wars, displacement, and the trauma in the people have created a distrust between in the both sides. All these factors make the conflict more difficult to resolve in today in our reality. These factors is not about land, but also about identity and historical experience.
Okay, thank you so much. So Esteban, there are a few, again, pronunciation things that can be improved, such as divide, slide, dialogue. disagreement, resources, but that's okay. You master the explanation of the different questions that you were asked by all of your classmates. Just make sure that you try to avoid repetition with your ideas, okay? Thank you so, so much. And we're gonna stop
you,
here.
teacher.
Okay, last but definitely